Hey guys, this is Will's Pills with your host, Will Bassam. Hey guys, so I've had an interesting month, and here's Molly. Hey Molly. Hey girl. Hey girl. Yep, she came to join me. Molly's been doing pretty good. We've had an interesting month, so let me tell you about the past couple months. In late July, I went on a business trip to Las Vegas. That was pretty interesting. That's probably the first time I actually took a trip to Las Vegas. I mean, I never had the highest opinion of Vegas. I think it's kind of a tourist trap and doesn't appeal to me. But I enjoyed it, the trip, for the most part. I mean, it was really interesting. I saw a lot of interesting stuff. Well, I went into some places, definitely saw interesting stuff, like a lot of interesting people around the strip. I'm pretty sure I saw Pikachu, Deadpool, and a bunch of other stuff. Anyway, the furniture market was good. We looked at a lot of our vendors and got some new furniture. Talked to some reps. Spent time with them. Got to see a bunch of new stuff and stuff I'd never seen before. Went to a lot of interesting places. I enjoyed it. I really did. Didn't do a whole lot though. I mean, we ate at a few good places and walked down Fremont Street, which is interesting, especially at night. I dare say. To say the least, actually. Not I dare say. Sorry, but to say the least, it is actually pretty interesting. I mean, well, what else can I say? So that happened. Then in August I had a ball game. Went to with my family. That was really interesting. Spent night with my brothers and Sparks, and then went to the Reno Aces Stadium. Saw a lot of interesting stuff. I mean, well, not interesting in Vegas, but it was fun to watch a game. It was fun watching that and live, and it was fun to hang around there, walk around the park. At one point, our family met the family of a player from the opposing team from the Wildcats. I think it was Sacramento Wildcats. I think that was an interesting one. That was fun. We did that. Got to bring my dog up with me that trip. And then we went hunting. That is probably the coolest thing that happened in the last couple months. I got a tag out near Lovelock. For those of you who probably do not know Lovelock, it's fairly barren out there, so we camped out near a reservoir called Bright Patch. You know, it was interesting. I mean, because there was a ton of bugs around there, and then we had coyotes that came by and barked at our vehicle because we had a dog in there. And the dog was starting to freak out, kind of turned to. And the next day we got up early and went up into the mountains called the Eugene Mountains. Went around looking for antelope. I saw quite a few. Then we kind of went around the hills. We saw a ton. We walked out even a few times, stalked some antelope, and we saw tons. I mean, not tons, but thousands, probably millions of these Mormon crickets. These huge black insects. They're about this big. They're huge for insects. They're like a black, kind of dark brownish color. They just hop everywhere. They're really clumsy and fat, and they hop everywhere, and they're so clumsy looking. It's just really funny to watch them. And at one point, my brother kicked one in the air on accident. He wasn't even meaning to. He just actually kicked an insect into the air. That was really, really funny. We saw antelope, and we drove closer. They usually ran. But in this case, we found one herd, and we walked really slowly. We kind of walked over a couple mountains, and then glassed them from one mountain. I look over. I got within probably 200 yards, and it became apparent to us that we couldn't get any closer. Which actually we got to about probably between 190 and 200 yards. I was probably actually more like 193 or one between. Actually, I was more like 193 and 197 yards. So I was kind of far ways away for a hunt. I mean, I wanted to be closer, but not with these guys. These antelope knew we were on the other mountain. I mean, I fumbled around a little bit too much. I tried like crawling on my stomach. My brother's like, "Well, keep it down." So I crawled up on this mountain, on this rocks. It was pretty uncomfortable because there's dry, thorny bushes on the ground and little small, dry thorn bushes on the ground, and then there was rocks, and I was covering on my bare hands. And my brother gave me his long sleeve so I could crawl without scratching my forearms. And I aimed my rifle. I glassed it with binoculars and rangefinder, and had deduced that there was at least a good enough buck. I thought maybe I should wait just in case I see anything more. But I decided this is it. So I took a shot and knocked that antelope right to the ground. It was at between 193 to 197 yards. I aimed for the middle of him, hit the antelope, knocked it down. It was my first antelope I'd ever gotten, and he fell right to the ground. It was a clean shot. He fell because the antelope didn't run. He didn't run after being shot, which I'm just thankful for, because that gave us less work. We'd have to track it, and the animal would have gone through my suffering. So as it was a clean shot. So I was thankful for that. So I went over, made sure he wasn't alive, which he actually was. So I had to put him out, but I cleaned him, gutted him, got all the entrails and stuff. That was a really, really gross thing to do, but I'll do it again. I'd do it again. It was really gross, but I'd definitely do it again. I mean, it was worth it in the end. It was a pretty good sized male antelope. The horns actually were not the same size. One was actually a little bit wider, bigger around than the other one, so it'd make for an interesting trophy, an interesting mount. So we cut. Then later we cut the head off and the cape to get it mounted, and then we skinned the meat off so we could take it to the butcher. So we took it to the butcher the next day. Actually, I couldn't take it the next day. I did it on a Saturday, so I had to wait 2 days before I took it to the butcher and took my mount in. Anyway, it was good. I had to keep it in an ice chest, make sure they didn't get too wet, and just keep them on ice nearly for 2 days straight. It was a lot of work, but it was worth it in the end. It was a lot of fun, and it was fun walking brother and being out in the outdoors, and it was worth it. I mean, I got meat, and I got a mount with a trophy mount with an interesting story. It was the first ever big game kill, so I thought that was really cool. So we took it in, and then the same day I took all the stuff in, I looked out and I noticed that there was bloody water on my ground. I smelled the dead animal because I'd had it in my backyard under a tarp. And then when I got back from work, a huge pit bull had broken into my yard, and thankfully had not found Molly and did not demolish Molly. I mean, she's still with us today, as you can see from right here. Molly didn't have to fight that dog. I mean, I wanted to take care of the dog my own way, but I thought, yeah, I should just call the police. So I did that, and I knew the police officer. I'd gone to school with him and gone to church, and he was a friend of mine. And he helped me get rid of the pit bull. Actually, I helped the police officer get rid of the pit bull a little bit. He did tell me to go in the house after at one point the pit bull started biting at me. So we got that taken care of. Thankfully, it did not get to the meat. It would have destroyed that meat. And that was pretty much it for then. and then September, and then on Labor Day, went out to Reno, hung out with my brother, helped him put up his garage door, and then he helped me put one in that I bought around that we bought around that time. So he helped me put that garage door open, which was really awesome that he helped me do that. Really, really awesome. I'm really thankful for him for that one. Put that garage door open in, and we put that garage door in, and it's been working, so I'm pretty thankful for that. I got a artist appointment here another month. I love staying at my brother's place in Sparks, so I'm excited to go there. Can do some shopping, get some more clothes, stuff like that. See my doctor. And thank you for watching Will's Pills. I'm really sorry this has been a long one. I just wanted to do some catching up, tell you guys what's been going on, and I want to thank you for watching. Sorry this has been so long. Thank you for bearing with me. And I'll catch you all later. Thanks for watching.